Welcome. We are here at Texas Tech Soccer, joined by John Walker. He's the CEO of Intervest and also at Texas Tech Board of Regents. And interestingly enough, this is the John Walker Soccer Complex. Regent Walker, thanks for being here. And people don't realize this, but you grew up right by Jones Stadium.
I grew up fairly close, within a mile and a half, and not in exactly a swanky area.
Right.
It was in a very poor area, and I did grow up very poor. My father died when I was 1, so my mom and I sort of grew up together to a certain extent.
You know, and I've heard you tell your story before, but you were very entrepreneurial even as a young boy, right?
Well, when you're poor, you have to do something. So I started working at 8, mowing lawns and hoeing weeds, and I hired my first employee at 10.
At 10 years old, you hired your first employee. So here you are now, you're on the Board of Regents, and you've got this fantastic soccer complex named after you. We were just talking about this. What was it that inspired you to give towards soccer? You know, a lot of times people want to give to maybe more visible sports, but you wanted to give to soccer.
Both my daughters were really good soccer players, and so I got involved in soccer. Growing up in Lubbock, I'm not sure that I knew what soccer was, but when I'd come to Lubbock, I'd look into soccer, and it was frankly embarrassing. They shared a field with the track team. They didn't get much of the field because our track team was a very good team. In the year before we built the soccer complex, they didn't win a single game in the Big 12, and so I told Gerald Myers, who was athletic director, that this is where I wanted to spend my money, and that we'd build the best soccer complex in the United States if we could also hire the best coach in the United States. And I think that we did exactly that. We found Tom Stone. He was the coach at Clemson, and Tom has just been unbelievable in terms of what he's done with this program.
Did you ever envision when you gave the initial donation it would turn out to what we have right now?
Well, I didn't envision that we'd fail, but I did envision that we could create a national team. And I do think that we've had some success, but our goal is really the same goal as when we started, is to win the national championship. We've won the Big 12, but we need to start winning the national championship on a regular basis. And I think that the team that we have this year is really a high-quality team. Still young, but I think that we will get into NCAAs and do very well.
And we got the right guy. You mentioned Tom Stone to lead us to where you want to go. It looks to be an exciting season this year for Texas Tech Soccer. A lot of the reasons because of this man right here, Regent John Walker. We're here at the John Walker Soccer Complex for Texas Tech Athletics.